Today we're reading the first 6 chapters of the book of Hebrews. Now, Paul, I believe, wrote Hebrews. There are several reasons why I think Paul wrote it, and I've listed those in the introduction to the book of Hebrews. Primarily, though, we need to know this about Hebrews. Hebrews was written to the Hebrews to tell the Hebrews to stop being Hebrews. Well, let me explain that. Hebrews was written to Hebrew Christians to tell these Hebrew Christians that they needed to stop being Hebrews and start being Christians. And so he goes through and begins to answer the objections of Jewish people to the attributes of Jesus Christ. In chapter 1, Christ is not an angel, better than an angel. And that's what he deals with in chapter 2 as well. If you really like Moses, he tells them in chapter 3, then you'll really like Christ. In chapter 4, he talks about the penalty of rejection. Goes through a whole laundry list of things in the Old Testament that the children of Israel rejected. And then he begins with the high priesthood of Jesus Christ, the Melchizedek priesthood, in chapter 5. And then in the end of chapter 5, as he's talking about the priesthood, he starts talking about the immaturity of these Hebrew Christians. And then in chapter 6, especially those first 6 verses, are much understood by Christians today. Read those verses and study my notes, and I think you'll see exactly what it was that the writer of Hebrews was talking about when he wrote these verses. That's today's reading. We'll see you tomorrow.